All right, we're nearly ready. Yes, please. I have a glass in here also.
During the presentation. Sure.
Okay, everyone. All right, so it's gone time, and this is the annual meeting from Fermanagh District Council being held on Monday, the 2nd of June in the Grange, Omagh. And we have Councillor Irvine on WebEx, and then I'm going to see if there are any apologies, and I'm looking around the room. So I'm going to Councillor Coyle. There's Councillor Fitzgerald has come on online as well, Debbie. So thank you.
Thanks, Chair. It's just Roisin is Councillor Roisin Divine Gallagher who's on her way and she'll be here shortly.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm not going to bother going to everybody else because I don't see any other gaps in the room, if that's okay, everybody. Okay, thank you. So next we have declarations of interest. And no indications for that. So next we get to the best part. This is my outgoing speech. So thank you. Okay, councillors, officers, ladies and gentlemen, as Chair of Fermanagh District Council, the annual meeting provides me with an opportunity to thank and acknowledge you, my fellow councillors and the staff for their hard work over the last year to serve the people of Fermanagh District. During my time as Chair, I've had the opportunity to attend a wide variety of events across the district, host a number of receptions to recognise achievements and significant milestones for residents and groups. I have a small video here, and this will give you a flavour of the year that me and the Vice Chair have had. So we have a video, hopefully, technology. As you can see, it's been a very busy but enjoyable year. And the last one was that's me and my son, in case anybody didn't realise. The hairy one, he's the hairy one, I'm the clean shaven one, just in case. I'm delighted to have had the opportunity to meet so many people, see firsthand the great work being done across the district, and help to bring their stories to the forefront. I would like to thank everyone for the warm welcome they have shown to me at all events. I was also delighted to have the opportunity to support the RNLI stations on Knockern, Enniskillen and Carrybridge as my chosen charity. I was particularly pleased to be able to promote their Float to Live message, which can save lives. The RNLI is a vital service in our district, and I commend and thank all the crew members for everything they do. I hope to continue to offer them my support in whatever way I can. I'd like to thank Alison and the corporate leadership team for their support and guidance throughout the year to me as chair and to all councillors. I also want to thank the Democratic Services team for the support and assistance they provide to us all. And I'm sure they don't want me to say it, but there's two people who, one tells you where to be and the other one tells you what to say. And I stole that from Councillor O'Reilly, and I know he's laughing there, but they do. And thank you very much. He's really looked after me. I want to thank my Vice Chair, Elaine, for your support over the last year. You're always ready and willing to deputise when needed, and I want to thank the committee chairs who also stepped in on a few occasions. I believe we all represented the council exceptionally well. In closing, I would like to thank you, my fellow councillors, for your support and cooperation, and I look forward to continuing to work with you for the remainder of the mandate as we strive to enhance the Fermanagh and Omagh district for the benefit of residents, businesses and visitors. I'd like to thank my party for affording me the opportunity to be chair. It has been a privilege, and I am honoured that I have been able to follow in my late father's footsteps. I wish the new chair and vice chair every success for the year ahead, and I am confident you will find it as rewarding and enjoyable as I have. Thank you. So next, I'm going to pass over to Councillor Elaine Brock, the vice chair, who's going to say a few words.
Thank you, Chair. Councillors, officers, ladies and gentlemen, as Vice Chair of Fermanagh and Omagh District Council, I would like to take this opportunity to reflect on my year and acknowledge the excellent work that has been done throughout the district by residents and businesses and the work of our staff. The video has captured the many events and receptions which the Chair and I have attended and hosted over the year. I was trying to pick some highlights of my own. However, I couldn't because I truly enjoyed every event I attended. I commend all the individuals, organisations and businesses for all the work you're doing, and I thank you for the opportunity to attend your events and making me feel so welcome. I would like to thank Alison and the corporate leadership team for the support and guidance that they have provided me as Vice Chair. I also want to extend my thanks to Democratic Services for their assistance. I would like to congratulate the Chair on a busy and highly successful year. You carried out your duties exceptionally well, and I'm pleased to have been able to support you during the last year. I believe we both represented the Council and the District to the best of our abilities. Finally, I wish the incoming Chair and the Vice Chair every success. I'm sure you will have a busy year ahead. However, I would encourage you to take time to enjoy it. Thank you.
Thank you, Elaine. Next, I'm going to Councillor Debbie Coyle.
Thanks, Chair. Just want to thank yourself and Elaine, Vice Chair, for all the positive work that you've done throughout the year. It's good to see so much engagement with the people of Fermanagh and Omagh, and the video shows us all the great projects, programmes and initiatives taken by you both. So well done from the Sinn Féin team.
Thank you. Councillor Warrington, Victor.
Thank you, Chair. Well, certainly from the Ulster Unionist Group, and we just want to say a big congratulations to both yourself and Elaine. I know that it was a busy year for you, and I think you've maybe set records on the amount of receptions that was held throughout the year. Going forward, I think you're obviously setting a challenge for the incoming chair to keep up with you. But look, it's been great, obviously, to have you in chair from our party for the year, and to Elaine. It's been a good year. So just want to wish you all the very best going forward and a rest the two of you, and you're now back to the back benches after tonight. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Victor. Next we go to Councillor Stephen Donnelly.
Thank you very much, Chair, and likewise on behalf of the Alliance team here, I just want to pay tribute to yourself and to Councillor Bruch for the sterling service that you provided as our Chair and Vice Chair over the course of the last year. These are two roles that involve a huge amount of dedication and energy, and you have brought that to this role in absolute spades. And we're enormously thankful to the service that you have provided to the district in that capacity, because there's a huge amount that goes on out there. There's a great diversity in the interactions and the work that is involved. One day, I know you'll be celebrating the 30th anniversary of Earn Integrated College, and the next day you'll be paying tribute to the work of the MAPS group here in Omagh and the work of the veterans community. So there's a huge amount that goes on that doesn't always get seen, but we're enormously thankful to the work that you undertake in that regard. And I suppose I would just finish by saying that I think it's enormously appropriate that, given the service of your father previously as chair of Fermanagh District Council, that you've had such a distinguished year in your own role as chair of Fermanagh Omagh District Council. So just to put that on record, Chair.
Thank you, Stephen. Next go to Councillor Josephine Dean.
Thank you, Chair. Well, I too would like to add my sincere congratulations to you and Councillor Brock for a very successful year as Chair and Vice Chair. The video that you've just shown us is truly remarkable. The amount of events, the breadth, the scope of all the events really attest to your hard work and dedication. And I really feel that you've left no one out and acknowledged everyone within our community for all the excellent work that they do on behalf of our District Council area. So I want to congratulate you both and thank you most sincerely for taking on the role of Chair and Vice Chair. It is certainly a task which is not for the faint-hearted. It really demands hard work, determination, commitment, and I think, Chair, you and Councillor Brock have demonstrated that in equal measure. You really have put your best feet forward on this occasion. So I want to thank you and congratulate you and wish you, both of you, well for the rest of the mandate. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Josephine. Next we go to Councillor Paul Robinson. Paul.
Thank you. Just like to congratulate both of you, the Chair and Vice Chair, for the hard work you've done during the year. It's not easy in time to fit everything in, but you've done a great job. And it's great to see that video. It shows what you have done during the year. And I wish you all the best in the year go ahead on the back benches. It's nice to get a break from it again. So wish you all well.
Thank you very much, Paul. Thank you. Next we go to Councillor Adam Gannon.
On behalf of the SDLP Chair, I'd like to thank you and Councillor Brough for your term as Chair and Vice Chair. You were no doubt busy just looking at all those photos, and I'm sure that wasn't even half of it. I'm sure there was so much more that you were doing, and I will say he's represented the council particularly excellently in terms of the civic role. You can see that again from those photos. Well done to you both. It's a hard job, very much so, and you both clearly gave it your all. So hope you enjoy a slightly, no doubt you'll find plenty to do, but a slightly more relaxed year ahead for you both anyway. Thank you.
Yeah, Adam. Next we go to Councillor Seamus Green. Seamus.
Thank you, Chair. And I know my party leader has already congratulated you and the Vice Chair for the great work you've done this year, but I want to just personally do the same. I know anytime I look for a chair's reception or anything, it was done and you entered the occasion with enthusiasm and always made a great speech, whether it was you wrote it or not. And so I want to thank you for that. And on a local level, you were over at the opening of the facilities at Brightborough GAA Club, and I know your presence was greatly appreciated that day, and it has been talked about since, so it's good to turn up to events, and I know you did with enthusiasm again. And I suppose I want to thank you. I have to say, I got a certificate of achievement here left on my desk, signed by the chair and deputy chair in recognition of achievement in debating. Now, I think that's probably tongue in cheek, but I'll take it as a positive, and thanks very much.
You, Seamus, you're welcome. Okay. Sorry, Alison.
No, thanks, Chair. Just following on from members' comments, just on behalf of the wider staff team, you've both been a pleasure to work with over the last 12 months. Certainly nothing was too much bother. You were both always available and willing to do whatever was required. So thank you for that. And also the professionalism and courtesy with which you always dealt with all staff was very much appreciated. And I know a number of members have already highlighted, Chair, just, I suppose, the additional significance for you and your family in taking on this role. So I hope you've enjoyed it as well.
Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone. Kind remarks.
Yeah, no, just say same. Thank you for everything.
Okay. So now I'm going to pass over item 5. I'm going to go over to the Chief Executive, and that's the nomination of positions of responsibility for the year 3. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, members. I just refer you to Appendix A, which has been circulated with your papers, and this relates to the nominations now for the positions of responsibility for year 3, which is the 25-26 year. And these are in accordance with the protocol as agreed at the annual meeting, which was held on the 5th of June 2023. So the positions fall to the respective parties as outlined, and then we will invite the party nominating officer to nominate a member of their party who stood in the name of that party at the last local government election to fill the position in question. And then in accordance with Standing Order 22, there's a maximum time limit of 15 minutes for the nominating officer to nominate and for the respective individual, the nominated member, to accept the position of responsibility. So for our year 3 nomination for Council Chair, it falls to Sinn Féin and the nominating officer, Councillor Coyle.
Okay, sorry, Debbie. Wasn't going to let you in there.
Thanks, Chair. Sinn Féin are nominating Councillor Barry McElduff for the position of Council Chair.
So, Councillor McElduff, do you confirm you accept, please?
Glacum and Rule Shin and Rule Tawak Shin, I accept. Thank you. Goramagat.
So, members, the declaration of office has been signed now by Councillor McElduff. So, Councillor McElduff is now Chair. Over to you, Chair.
Thanks very much, everybody. On Cade Rud, the Whitelium, Mauve Weches, a Gowail, Leshan Group of Corleary, Sinn Féin, a Anyamni, Mishahin, Mark Caherlock, and Melina. I want to thank the Sinn Féin Group for nominating me for the position of Council Chair, Caherlock for the 2025-2026 year, and in particular Debbie, our group leader, and Stephen, our deputy group leader, for their encouragement in the last while to go forward. I was one of 6 councillors elected by the people of Omagh Town District Electoral Area in 2023. And I want to restate my gratitude to them for investing confidence in me and the other 5
in the 2023 council elections. We all got that mandate, every single one of us. Every single one of us got that mandate in 2023 across the 7 DEAs. So if that happened 2 years ago, then that means we're at the halfway stage in the current mandate, the current term of the council. That's what that means. We're halfway there. And I just want to take this opportunity as well to thank my family, Paula, Niamh, Blanid, and Patrick, who's in attendance, Patrick, and my siblings as well, on this evening, which is the 15th anniversary of my father's passing. So that's always pertinent and poignant. I noticed that Glenn's father is deceased 1 year, and everybody has parents that they want to remember. So it's more an owner on Roll Shaw Aglaku. And Debbie has spoken, and Seamus spoke as well on behalf of our grouping in relation to John's year and Elaine's year. And they cannot be faulted. And they showed great commitment, great generosity of time, and everything done in good spirit, as has been said. And I'm sure they will have been educated in the workings of the council, how it's all structured, and makes them even more dangerous councillors in year 3. You've more knowledge, more insight, and that's always welcome. And I would recommend that both of you take a day off. John, just think about that, take a day off, but come back after day 1. Same as you, Elaine, take a day. So I want to wish our incoming vice chair, who will come from the DUP party, every success in their year also. And I'm looking down the line for clues. Nobody has briefed me, and it's always a clue as to who's particularly well dressed, you know. But they're all well dressed, so so I'll leave it at that. Look forward to working with the DUP vice chair. Now, it is a major role, and I could ask myself, deja vu, having done it previously, relatively recent. I learned a lot from that experience. Not everything stands still, and nothing remains the same. There's new challenges and new priorities in a changing fortunes of time for all of us. We can all look as councillors at our individual DEA priorities, for example, across the 7 DEAs. And if we look at the wide remit of the council, there was some evidence of that in the video, where civically and ceremonially, John and Elaine participated and then took their own initiatives, of course. But it's about delivering services. It's about empowering communities and businesses. It's about well-being in communities. It's about life opportunities for people, addressing poverty, capital build projects. It's about lobbying, listening, reacting, being strategic, and taking initiatives across a whole range of areas of life here, and doing the best for our people. Health, with very many challenges, we all know that. Sport, culture, events, the arts, economic development, inward investment, 2 county towns with various challenges, and 5 rural DEAs. So we have to go forward together in a positive spirit as a council. Councillors and staff, our chief executive, 4 directors, heads of service, and the wider team, doing our best for and listening to our citizens. Now, as well as that, we're outward looking. We don't always agree, but how we agree or disagree is very, very important. And you have the right to come here and state your position on issues, even if they're divergent from others. And I have to say, I have this position of responsibility, and I do want to take this opportunity to say something significant. We are not the United Nations. We are not the International Court for Justice. And I took advice from a pastoral friend of mine earlier today on this matter. And my remarks are in line with motions passed by this council. I'm calling on the IDF to immediately stop what they're doing in Gaza. It's heartbreaking. None of us can ignore what's taking place there. The slaughter of people, the blocking of food and medical aid to starving people, not self-defense by any measure. And I believe personally very strongly about this, and we all do, I'm sure. But the two closest governments to us, the British government and the Irish government, have been complicit. And I'm speaking as somebody who was actually in the room when the Good Friday Agreement was arrived at. I was in the room, and that was a compromise. Nobody won. It was a compromise. And I'm asking for a same process, and I'm asking for stop in Gaza. Now, my final word is this, Morocco score. I digressed there, and the reason I digressed is that my moral and political compass told me to do that. I look forward to working with everybody, councillors and staff. We agree in many things, we disagree in others, but how we disagree is important. I've said that and I want to say it again. We have a framework for taking informed decisions. It's called the Council. And if at this stage, as I look forward, previous council chairs have helped various charities. John has done that. Thomas has done that. And as a tribute to the late Pierce McCluskey, I would like to go again with Sky's the Limit, the inclusive theatre company based in Omagh. And I want to look across to Enniskillen as well, where Bright Stars exists and is a socially inclusive theatre company for people with learning disabilities. So that's what I intend to do on that front. So Shin Mumage, Gura Mayaguf. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. So our next position then is for the role of Vice Chair of the Council, and that falls to the Democratic Unionist Party in Year 3, and the nominating officer is Councillor Robinson.
Sorry. Yeah. Over here.
Slipped off. The screen is changed. Sorry, excuse me.
Thank you.
There you go.
Good. We're going well now.
Thank you, Chair. Congratulations on your year,
Thanks, Paul.
Barry.
Thank
I
you.
wish you well. On behalf of the Democratic Unionist Party, I have great pleasure in nominating Councillor Hawkes as Vice Chair.
Yes, thank you. Just will invite Shirley to come forward. Okay.
Yeah, just as she accepted. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go here. The screen is just not working for me at this time, so I'm going to put you on now. Come back.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to accept.
Thank you, Shirley. Shirley, will you join us at the top table? The agenda. I've got the agenda here. Good.
Just get your
Hi. You're taking your nameplate too, Shirley. Shirley, do you want to take this thing?
Just bring your mic down. Shoot. Just a second. That's fine.
You're on.
Thank you, everyone. Obviously, I didn't really think I was going to have to make a speech tonight, so I'm obviously not going to be able to follow the chairman here. But I would like to thank the DUP party for nominating me to this position. And I would like to, in particular, thank Councillor Robinson for all his help since I have been elected as a councillor. I would like to thank my bonny daughter, although she's not here. She's in Buckinghamshire at university, but she is quite proud of her mummy. And all I can say is I obviously pledged to work
to the best of my ability for Fermanagh District Council. I'd like to thank Alison. And I would also like to thank my two predecessors, John and Liam, who it was a pleasure to work with. Thank you all very much.
Well done, Shirley. Thank you. So Alison, I'll ask you now to help us in a business-like way to take us through the remainder of the nomination of positions of responsibility.
Thank you, Chair. And so we'll move now to the chairs of each of the 4 standing committees. And again, if the nomination from each of the parties just would confirm their willingness to accept the position, please, but no formal signature is required. So the incoming Chair of Environmental Services will be for Sinn Féin to nominate. So Councillor Coyle, please, Chair.
Yep.
Thanks, Chair. Sinn Féin nominate Councillor Nolene Hayes for Chair of the Environmental Services.
Just invite Nolene then to accept that nomination.
So I accept. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Vice Chair, the Chair then of the Regeneration and Community Committee is to the Democratic Unionist Party. So again, Councillor Robinson, please.
Councillor Robinson.
I propose Councillor Thompson.
Okay, and again, Errol.
Thank you, Chair, and I wish you, Councillor Hawkes, all the very best for the year ahead. I accept the position of Chair of RNC for the ensuing year. Thank you.
And congratulations to you as well as Nolene. Well done.
Thank you, Chair. The incoming Chair then for the Policy and Resources Committee is for Sinn Féin to nominate. So again, Councillor Coyle.
Thank you. The Sinn Féin team nominate Councillor Thomas O'Reilly for Chair of Policy and Resource.
Thomas here, yeah.
Thank you, Chair. And just to say my congratulations as well to yourself and Shirley for your year ahead. And I'm happy to accept the position.
Thank you, Tom. Okay.
Thanks, Chair. And then the final position of responsibility is for the Chair of the Planning Committee. And in year 3, that falls to Sinn Féin. So again, Councillor Coyle, please.
Thank you. The Sinn Féin team nominate Councillor Glenn Campbell for Chair of the Planning Committee.
Thank you. Invite Glenn to accept.
Harley, I'm happy to accept. I thank party for the nomination, and I wish you well for your term as chair.
Thank you. Okay.
Thanks, Chair. So that concludes the positions of responsibilities. We now move to the appointment of members to committees. So item 6 on your agenda. And at the annual meeting in June 2023, it was agreed that we would proceed with 17 member committees for Environmental Services, Regeneration and Community and the Policy and Resources Committee. So we'd be recommending accordingly, Chair, and then we would be inviting the nominations for each of the parties for the committees. So in terms of the Environmental Services, we would have 9 members from Sinn Féin, 2 from the Ulster Unionists, 3 from the Democratic Unionists, 2 SDLP and 1 Alliance nominations. So again, we'd go to the party nominating officers.
First up, Debbie, yourself.
So our members for the Environmental Services is myself, Debbie Coyle, Elaine Brough, Dermot Brown, Anthony Feely, Catherine Kelly, Nolene Hayes, Tommy Maguire, Declan McArdle, and Marty McColgan.
Chair.
We have captured that. We'll move it on to the next
Ulster
grouping.
Unionists next.
Ulster Unionist
Councillor
Party,
Warrington.
Councillor Warrington.
Thank you, Chair, and all the best for the incoming year. And the Vice Chair, our nominations for the Environmental Service Committee is as was Councillor McCloughery and Councillor Crawford.
Okay. Councillor Robinson, DUP next.
Nominations for Environmental Services, Councillor Hawkes, Councillor Elliott and myself.
Move now to Councillor Gannon, Adam, SDLP.
Councillors McGrath and McPhillips. Thank you.
Okay. We'll go now to Stephen, representing Alliance Party.
Yeah, I'll be putting myself forward again as our member in that committee.
Okay, thank you. So that completes the Environmental Services Committee. Moving on to the Regeneration and Community Committee, 17 members. Over to you, Alison.
Thank you, Chair. So the composition: 10 Sinn Féin, 3 Ulster Unionists, 2 Democratic Unionists, 1 SDLP, 1 Alliance member, please, Chair. Mr. Coyle.
Okay. Councillor Coyle.
Our nominations for Regen and Community are Roisin Devine Gallagher, Anne-Marie Donnelly, Seamus Green, Tommy Maguire, Podgin Kelly, Patrick Withers, Marty McColgan, Glenn Campbell, Declan McArdle and Barry McElduff.
Thank you, Debbie. In this case, then, we'll go to Victor for 3 nominations, I believe.
The nominations from the Ulster Unionist Party was, as it already was, Councillor Barton, Councillor Rainey and myself.
Go now to Councillor Robinson, DUP.
Councillor Thompson, Councillor Buchanan.
Thank you. Okay, and we'll go now to Adam, Councillor Gannon, SDLP.
Myself for Regen Community Chair, thank you.
Okay, thank you. And again, Councillor Donnelly, Alliance Party.
Yeah, that'll be myself again, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you. That completes that committee membership. P&R, Policy and Resources Committee. And again, we'll go to the group leaders variously. Do you want anything to say, Alison?
Just the composition, Chair, just for completeness. So 9 members Sinn Féin, 3 Ulster Unionists, 2 Democratic Unionists, 1 each SDLP, Alliance and Independent. Thank you.
Councillor Coyle.
Thanks, Chair. Our Sinn Féin members for the Policy and Resource Committees: Elaine Brough, Dermot Brown, John Feely, Anne-Marie Donnelly, Seamus Green, myself, Debbie Coyle, Nolene Hayes, Colette McNulty and Thomas O'Reilly.
Okay, thanks very much. And I think it's Ulster Unionist Party next. We'll go to Victor.
Thank you, Chair. Our 3 members on the Policy and Resources are Councillor Irvine, Councillor Ovens and myself.
Thank you. I think it's Councillor Robinson for 2 members.
Councillor Hawkes and Councillor Maughan.
Thanks, Paul. We'll go now to Councillor Gannon, SDLP.
Councillor McPhillips.
Councillor McPhillips, thank you. Finally, Councillor Stephen Donnelly, Alliance.
I'll be nominating Councillor Roof for that.
Okay. To go to Josephine here as well.
Thank you, Chair. Well, I'm privileged to accept a nomination for Policy and Resources. And Chair, may I just add my congratulations to you and to Shirley on your election as Chair and Vice Chair of this Council, and I wish you well in the upcoming year. Thank you.
Thank you, Josephine.
Thank you, Chair. And just then, our final standing committee is the Planning Committee, and at the annual meeting in 2023, it was agreed to appoint 13 members to the Planning Committee. So the composition then would be 6 members Sinn Féin, 3 Ulster Unionists, 3 Democratic Unionists and 1 member from the SDLP.
Okay, go to Debbie there. You're right, Councillor Coyle.
Thank you. Our Sinn Féin nominations is Councillor Barry McElduff, Tommy Maguire, Thomas O'Reilly, Anthony Feely, Glenn Campbell and Roisin Devine Gallagher.
Thank you. Go now to the Ulster Unionist, Victor.
Thank you, Chair. The Ulster Unionist nominations to the Planning Committee are Councillor McCloughery, Councillor Rainey and Councillor Irvine.
Thank you. Go to Councillor Robinson, Democratic Unionist Party.
Councillor Maughan, Councillor Thompson and myself.
Yeah, thank you. And then we'll go to the SDLP, Councillor Gannon.
Councillor McGrath.
Okay. So that concludes the nomination and the appointment of 13 members to the Planning Committee. So you'll see there's 2 remaining items on the agenda. 7 is correspondence. And it's great to hear from Alison to be right, no correspondence, right? And then 8, any urgent and relevant business. And obviously the normal routine for that is that you write to the chair of the council by email, or you contact the chair and or chief executive with an urgent matter. And there's an opportunity, for example, to do that tomorrow, Tuesday, in relation to the June council meeting. So nobody contacted me before the meeting. Right? So with that, I'm going to bring the meeting to a conclusion and wish all councillors, all 40 councillors, every success and all the best in the year ahead. Thank you, everybody. Meeting has ended. Deadly. Very good.